All right, so we're going to be looking at expanded form. So an expanded form is when you take a number and you expand it. Get it? Expanded form? Um, but to further clarify that, so what you do is you take the number and you look at the digits that are in the number. So in this case, we're still looking at whole numbers. So when we look at this whole number, I have 7,564. And so I'm going to look at each digit and write down what that value at that place, so place value, represents. And so we have 7,564. And so look at the first one, we have 7,000. So that's 7,000 plus 500, 500 plus 60. So 60 plus 4. So we have 7,000s, we have 500s, we have 6 tens, and we have 4 ones. And so this is how you would write it in what's called expanded form. Now, expanded form may seem frivolous and unnecessary for some of you, but it is quite useful when it comes to using and doing the different operations with whole numbers and decimals too. So honestly, any number. The reason is because you can better estimate what your answer is. So for those of you that like to use your calculator, and sometimes you will like get answers that you would write down, you'll be wrong. You're like, oh, that's what the calculator told me. Well, usually that is because you are making an error when you are typing things into your calculator. So if you understand how to estimate these values very quickly, for instance, in this case, you may say that this is 7,500, or you may say this is 7,600, or you may say it's 7,000, or you may say it's 8,000. But if you're going to add it to another number, say we were going to add this to 815. Now, many of you may be able to just say, oh, well, I can just add that in my head very easily and I'm good. But let's say that you're doing this for some type of exercise or some type of field work, and you needed to find out how many like tiles you need or something. And these are the numbers that you have to add together. Now, it's better to estimate. Why? Because you want to have extra just in case you mess up for, extra for waste and whatnot. And so maybe you'll say that this is around pretty close to saying 76. And then this is still really close to 800. And I think that's a good estimate for us to go with. And so we say, okay, well, it's 76 plus 8. That's how many hundreds we have of each one. And so then my final answer would just be 84. And so I have 8,400. So this is about 8,400. And if I actually added it, using expanded form, it's still going to be easier to add it in that fashion. Because I can say, well, this is just 800 here. This is just 110 here, and then that's 5. And then if I go down, I have 9, I have 70, I have 1,300, and I have 70. So I have 7,000 plus 1,300 plus 70 plus 9. And here, remember, this is my hundreds place, and I now have 1,000. So I can take that guy out of here and move it over. And so I end up with 8,379. And I can see that a lot easier when it's written in expanded form. Now, of course, if we had lined up our place values currently with 7,564 plus 815, we also could very easily have added this in the same fashion. But again, the expanded form, one, allows us to better estimate our answers. So we have a sense of number sense of what the answer should be around. And in this case, we said it should be around 8,400. And as you see, we're only 21 shy of that. So this would be a very, very good estimate. And so you can do math very quickly. And you may be thinking, this is ridiculous. Why would I ever use that? However, you use this quite a lot generally when you go shopping for things. You see $2.99, you just say that's $3. You see $3.50, maybe you'll keep that as $3.50. But we generally make these estimations with our numbers very quickly so that we can estimate how much money we will have to spend at the cash register. Maybe we know like we have a budget and we're only using $20, and we're going to add this up. We're going to overestimate so that way when we get to the cash register, we don't have too much and we don't have to like say, oh, sorry, I can't pay for that part. Or, oh, I got to go take this back. Or, ooh, maybe I should go get something else because I have more money. No, we can use the expanded forms to help us better estimate these problems. And also, as I said, these will help when it comes to adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and even with the exponents when when writing this out in expanded form. It'll help with the operations of whole numbers.